Yeah, welcome to our St Kilda cellar. Great collaboration again with our client. Quite a special cellar, this one. We looked at lots of options for this property. There was a proposal for a rear underground cellar. We looked at piling rigs in, and there's a building across the rear lane. So explored options of craning in machinery, and there was an early option of having a circular external cellar that was raised out of the ground, forming like a seat on top and a spiral sort of stair that came around to like an upper seating area, and another spiral stair going down to the cellar. We conducted a preliminary study into this option, and we found there was a high water table, which would have meant a pumping system and ongoing maintenance. There was also vegetation considerations, some feature trees that were too close to the construction zone. Further design concepts were explored, and we ended up with a discrete extension to the north side of the rear dining. The brief developed into a smaller visual cellar with a 850 bottle capacity. So this is an add-on to the side of this rear room. It's sunken. Light was important to this room, northern light. So the cellar was sunken, so we were able to get in a north-facing strip window at the top. That's been nicely integrated with the cornices, finishing in each end, and a minimal flat roof line that then cantilevers at the rear, and we've got a curved rear concrete facade. So soft sort of very small slimline extension to the side of the house. There's also a stair going up to the upper residence. So tight space. No real loss of amenity on the rear of the property. Still garnishing that natural light through. There was obviously a smaller window here before, so there's still natural light coming into the room. The cellars could be a focal point for the room behind. Is a dining area, and when the lighting's off in here, it's quite a dark, sort of neutral space, and you're not sort of showcasing the cellar as such. But you turn the lights on, and then it becomes a showpiece. Sunken down, obviously, to get the lighting in, to maintain a ceiling height in here, and steps down into the cellar. The client has hand positioned all these corks on the ceiling. We set up a reverse ceiling format and purchased corks from all around the world, and our client, as a COVID project, over COVID, glued all those in place, and then we've put that back up and fixed it in place. So the lighting's incorporated, and every little cork in that ceiling tells a story. Someone's popped that cork and had an experience. So it's a nice concept to think. That's a ceiling sort of testament to a lot of people celebrating over a period of time. The layout of the racking is cedar again. We've come up with the lower bottles and display. We've got a curved inset corner, so it wraps around. There's a central display with a glass stand at the top, and then an opportunity to feature decanter and bottles and corkscrew in the bottom. The bottom tiles are copper halfpennies, so they also look like the top of a bottle or a cork, that round sort of shape. That had already been decided to use those copper halfpennies, and that actually then led to the thought of using cork for the ceiling. So they talk to each other. Our clients also created a handrail through here out of cork, which again sort of celebrating cork again ties it in with the ceiling. I think often people miss the ceiling unless it's lit up, but this sort of speaks that same language. Our client had more of a traditional view on wine being under cork. There's a romance and a notion of pulling a cork when opening a bottle of wine. The cellar not only showcases cork, but it also a prerequisite to any bottles spending time in here. So yeah, special spaces. It's climate controlled. There's a unit, external ducted supply and return, controller on the wall here. There's a little view window through to an adjoining powder room. There was already a window there, and we changed that to a double glazed unit. It's all double glazed and thermally broken. So a special little space, and without too much loss of amenity. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Yeah, welcome to our I'm out of here.
I forgot, I didn't say.
I think I'm genuinely.
I didn't say.
Yeah.
Just ride one time for your mind.